Thank you for tuning in to the Blackskins podcast. How you doing today? Today is Truth Thursday, and I'm so grateful that the family is able to assemble and we can have our weekly communion, speaking truth into existence, allowing it to manifest so we can all be blessed and get away from the mess and the stress of lies. Today is Truth Thursday. Yesterday we were trying to be wise. Today we have to be honest. And I can't be somebody who even speaks about Truth Thursdays without first being honest with myself. When I look at my vow and I talk about the section of reflections, recordings, and resolutions, that's the truth. I go about having reflections about the things that I experienced in life and the things that I have just experienced. And I try not to be too judgmental because I know that however we judge, we shall also be judged. So out of selfishness, pure selfishness, I don't judge because I don't want you to judge me. And the words say, if I don't judge you, then that's how I'm going to be judged. So I'm not judging you. I seek to understand, but your understanding and my understanding is different. And we don't have to be the exact same. That's the truth. The truth is, like the word that we went over today, Truth Thursday, the ministry for the spiritual healing, everybody do better. We covered the verses within Proverbs 16 that talked about how every man sees himself as righteous in his own eyes. Meaning, you think you're right. And we have to recognize that everybody thinks they're right. Everybody thinks they know better. Instead of allowing the Creator to do His job and fulfill us with the hopes and the wisdom of being able to know better. The truth. What is the truth? Everybody's truth is different. Everybody's truth is based off of what they believe, not what they know is, but what they've been taught or brought into. I continue to reflect about the way they want me to identify. And the truth in my mind, when I say out loud that I am an African American, I really don't connect with that in my mind because I like timelines. I love history. And when I think about history and I think about Africa, I think about the fact that so many that originated in the continent of Africa. There's many countries. We was at Africa on the Avenue. Did you see all those flags? All those different countries within Africa? Not states, countries. And so many have established their civilization in Africa. But they exodused and voyaged thousands of years ago and went to every corner of the world. America's known today is one of them. But the thing about it is, when they voyaged and explored thousands of years ago, at that time, they weren't even called Africa. So when we left, it wasn't even called Africa. That it was potentially nicknamed the motherland. We don't know, but I know for certain that it was not called Africa at that time. And when we arrived in the Americas, they won't even calling it America then. So I predate both things you want me to identify with. When you call me African, I left Africa before it was named Africa. And I have arrived and been indigenous to America before they even called it America. So for me to say I'm African American when I predate both of those names don't make any sense to me. I like I told you, I like critical thinking. We're going to promote critical thinking. And critical thinking helps you identify lies. There's a lot of lies. And we got to be like, why are there so many lies? Let's be inquisitive about why we live with so many lies. Why we have lies that we tell ourselves. Why do we have lies that protect wealth? Why do we have lies that go against your health, your body, mentally, spiritually? Why are so many lies being presented to you? Why are you being driven to not know the truth? What is the incentive that liars have? Why lie? There's a benefit to toxicity. People know that when they lie, people know that when they have negative outlooks, people know that when they really ain't got nothing good in their heart for you, when they have terrible intentions, when they know that they, as an individual, ain't looked upon as productive, successful, or blessed, then they need to lie to you so they can have a different perspective. Nobody want to be perceived as something that most people don't want to be around. Most people want to be found delightful. They want to be happily placed in your face with grace, regardless of what time of yours they want to waste. Most folks are lying because they are buying into a system that lied to them. And now they have to lie to themselves, and then they're going to lie to you. The truth is, if they knew better, they'd do better. But they don't know better because they ain't been exposed to better. So when we start exposing the hidden and the previously forbidden from ever being able to speak the truth, forever even being, there was a time in America when they didn't even want you to be able to read because they knew if you read, you would find out the food that you needed that would have fed your spirit and lift you up high. And they needed you to be down. They wanted you in shame. They needed you to be guilty in the blame. Even when you was blameless, even when you was the most righteous they knew, they would still be corrupt and pursue you with false judgment. Not good judgment, but false judgment. They will lie on you. They will bear witness against you for being you, for being true to what the Creator wanted you to do. They needed to separate you from that. Wisdom, better than silver and gold. And I'll be honest, like, this is Truth Thursday. I don't always feel great about that. I don't always feel like I would like some gold along with the wisdom, but the truth is that everything was made by the Creator for His purpose. And if you don't go about acquiring your kingdom, if your throne is not established with righteousness, if you allow wickedness to be your truth so you can go out and get more than you supposed to, then that's only temporary. And it's going to be very, very, very scary in your life when the king's wrath comes upon you. Because there's this thing that some of us call karma. Some of us recognize as just the result of the Creator's time clock stopping on you. And once His time stamp is there, He want to see where you're at spiritually. And if you ain't where you're supposed to be, destruction is what you're going to see. Not just, you're going to reap what you sow. Yeah, that's what they say. That's when they want to sugarcoat what's really coming your way. Truth is, if you're being wicked and you got it, ill-gotten gains, then don't complain when the Most High come to you and destroy you totally. Destruction. It could be construction that you building, but they told you back in the day, hip-hop artists came from all across the way, and they told you self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. That's the truth. So in order to get away from the self-destruction, we got to start researching our origins. Let's be not just honest with ourselves, but honest with the facts. Honest with what could have and would have and did happen that we ain't acknowledging. There was a time when the truths were forbidden for you to even see. And definitely deadly sin for you to speak. So the fact that today we can start asking the Most High to draft us back in, we have that ability. We can look at where we at, recognize, we can start knowing we definitely been cut off, and others not native to the branch have been drafted in, and their being drafted in has brought forth riches to them and their generations. What must we do to begin to be redrafted in? That is what I hope when we talking about truth. That is what I truly hope in my heart over the many weeks as we speak about Truth Thursday and dive further and further in as we take the lessons from the Blessed Arrested show and we take the spiritual healing from the Everybody Do Better broadcast that we do on Thursdays to uplift you with the word. Because the word has already been here and been clear about how we can get back in accord with the Most High. Reverence Him If we don't know what reverence means, we have to go about making sure. You just Google it. You Google everything else. You know what and how to get understanding. Now, understanding brings forth knowledge, and knowledge brings forth information that can lead to wisdom. But the only way it can lead to wisdom is if you actually apply it. That's the truth. Knowing better and not actually doing better don't go together. The only thing that allow you to be able to weather the storm, to get through and get over to the other side, to take those hardships and allow them to mold you into who the Creator wants you to be. You're going to have to see that the truth in you can defend you in your times of despair. Because the Creator cares. He cared enough about you to share His way of going about doing things. And He told you straight up, He said, I'm not going to totally make all your problems vanish. I'm not going to make your body immune to sickness. I'm not going to make you a person that people won't persecute. I'm not going to put you in a position where can't nobody lie on you. But what I will do is I'm going to make sure I defend you. If you sick, I'm going to make sure I sustain you. If you don't have, I'm going to be your provider. That's the truth. That's what we all need to be getting in accord with. Knowing that the real truth is the Spirit descends through song. And whether you right or whether you wrong, the Creator made you for His purpose. If you are living forth and going through your life with your head up, doing the best that you can to be a responsible, loving, caring, and compassionate man, being there for your family first and foremost, knowing that the Most High gave you the family, that He gave you a purpose, that He gave you a field to sow seed in. And now you have to get out there and till that field. You got to make sure that your field is nourished. And just like you feel and you reap the harvest, same thing happen when you plant your seeds and make sure that all the needs of your family are provided for. They shall bring a harvest as well. We have to really look into ourselves to find ways to encourage the search for truth. Because motivation ain't good enough. Because today you can be motivated and then tomorrow you just tired. And you ain't got the motivation or the drive to continue to pursue. So what must we do to figure out ways to energize the search for truth? You gotta want it. You have to know that the Creator made you so you could go after truth. And I know you done heard many times that the truth will set you free. I don't know if that's the truth or not. But I do know once I wanted to seek the truth for myself, then it gave me a freedom of recognizing that I don't know it all. And the more lies you see, the more lies you know be behind closed doors. There is a lot of untruths that we have to get off our back. Exposing the hidden and or previously forbidden is the time we living in today. So many have been going about researching our origins. And all they are doing is just finding out the previous us, our true origins. Can they find out facts that go back 50, 100,000 years? I don't know. I don't know where they going to get those sources from. I don't know if the tablets that had the exposed information that gave us insight and enlightenment is made available to all. We have to know the call that the Creator put in us to be His children and to walk by His ways, not the ways of man and his wickedness. The wickedness of man has controlled the land, the world, for so many centuries. It's been a long time. I mean, it's been a long time since we've been in accord with what Yahuwah wants from us. That is the truth. That's why we so far from the throne, because we've been left it alone. It could have, I mean, even when Christ was here, a couple thousand years ago when the Messiah was here, he was telling them then to get back in order. So if 2,000 years ago, the Messiah had to come down here and deliver truth to us, how long have we been without truth? How long have we been strayed away? What is we going to have to do and or say to get back in accord? That's the truth I want to discover. You can find out truth about whatever it is you want to find out. Who's your daddy? You might not even know, That's the truth of your origin, the direct truth of your origin. Who's your daddy? Where's your mama? Do you feel any kind of love and appreciation and honor for your parents? Because it say honor thy mother and thy father. Honor them. Be honorable. How can you be honorable? First, keep going back to this. To be in truth, you got to have some proof. And the easiest way to get some proof is to ask some questions. And when people try to stray from what you say, don't let them wiggle too much, because that's them giving you a precursor to their lives. They want to give you a different point of view of why they did their wickedness. They gon' justify it. I told you at the beginning that one of the things that we discovered looking into Proverbs 16, right at the beginning, told you a man's plans are in his mind, and most people see themselves as righteous in their own eyes, whether they good or bad. And that's something that shouldn't make you mad, but just make you aware, so you know how to share your communication with folks. So you know how to be in their presence without being too judgmental about them, knowing that without a doubt, they are showing signs of their lack of knowledge, of their lack of morality, or their lack of humanity. Because in most cases, they want to play like they is the Most High. Like they know who should serve and what you deserve. And the only person in this world that know what you deserve is your Creator. There ain't no debating about that. We are living based off of his grace. That's the truth. And we have to be honest with ourselves, honest with what it is that we desire, what is our intention. A lot of times, people only want to be responsible for what their thoughts were, like their intent, not their impact. A lot of times, your impact is what people will remember. Your intentions, oh, I did this because those are your internal lies, intentions, intended lies, what the Creator despised. I just want to walk within my truth. I want to be able to continue to give you my vow now and later until I can show greater results. I'm enlightened to launch multiple billion-dollar platforms that helps everybody do better. I will give weekly messages of healing and positive media broadcasting that promotes critical thinking through reflections, recordings, and resolutions. I ask not for divine providence and more riches, but more wisdom, which to accept to use wisely. The riches I received at birth in the form to control and direct my mind to whatever ends YAHReal wills. YAHReal wills us to get back in belief. Not just saying, oh, I believe in him, but to be receiving him, to have ultimate respect for your king. And if you intend on being a king or in the royal court in any sort, then there is a king of kings that is your ruler and is also your measuring ruler, because he made you in his image and he told you greater works shall you do. Greater works shall you do is what's true. That's how he can identify you. Not just what you said, but what you did. And I forbid anybody from telling you you can talk good and not do good. I'd rather see you do good and say nothing. I want to do good, not just for myself, but I really believe in the message of everybody doing better, because it's all about our mental capacity and how we have the tenacity to change. It ain't strange when we know how to maintain with consistent routine. Routine that is not just done based off of being motivated, but routine that's done because we are being consistent and persistent, and also having the discipline to be obedient to the task that the Creator gave you. You can last. You don't have to always be last. The Creator showed you that you can fast and pray. And anything that you are hoping for, the Creator has the ability to open that door. My truth is I don't know exactly everything that the Creator got going on. So I know the Creator is way more strong and smarter than I. So I rely on the Most High. And I ask him directly, I say, Most High, please, give me the best that your kingdom has to offer. That's my prayer. I don't even know what's there, but whatever you got to anoint me, I'm positive it could never disappoint me. Hallelujah.